Tell me if this is something that you can resonate with. You work hard, you achieve things, you hit goals, but you still feel empty inside. You've done everything right on paper. You've achieved more than most people could ever even comprehend. But no matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you accomplish, you just can't shake that quiet emptiness inside of you. But it's not ungratefulness, it's ADHD achievement dysphoria. Let me explain. There is an effortless way to simply stop ADHD success feeling empty that I learned after 2 years of helping close to 100 people experience the same success that I've experienced with ADHD. Simply learning how to actually celebrate the wins without thinking about what's next after you've achieved a huge milestone. Actually feeling happy and fulfilled inside. And if I had known this from the very beginning, I guarantee you I would have stopped hitting goals, then feeling completely empty and unfulfilled, and then chasing the next thing. So in this video, I'm simply going to share the simple system that I wish I had known from day one, so your wins finally land inside you. And the best part is that you can start to implement what I'm about to show you today. It's actually going to start to feel like you're actually satisfied in life. You actually feel fulfilled almost instantly after watching this video. And that's an experience that most people with ADHD, including myself, for almost 3 decades, never ever get to experience. But tell me if this is something that you can resonate with. You work hard, you achieve things, you hit goals, but you still feel empty inside. You've done everything right on paper. You've achieved more than most people could ever even comprehend. But no matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you accomplish, you just can't shake that quiet emptiness inside of you. You probably tell yourself, I have so much to be grateful for, but I just struggle to feel it. But it's not ungratefulness, it's ADHD achievement dysphoria. Let me explain. ADHD brains, we love to chase. The idea, the build up, the start, that is when the dopamine is at its highest, and that's when we are hyper focusing. We can work for hours and hours and hours without even needing a break. But once you finally get to that goal, the dopamine quickly disappears. And all of a sudden, you don't get that same hit inside of you from finishing a big goal that maybe you did from pursuing it. And one thing that I learned is that it's not about the pursuit to happiness, but it's all about happiness in the pursuit. And this next part explains why and how to stop resetting the finish line. In my personal experience, I went from job to job, career to career, business to business. And I was always telling myself that once I finish this business, once this grows, I will finally feel fulfilled. How many times have you said that to yourself? And I did feel fulfilled for about a week, maximum a month. And then all of a sudden I was right back to doom scrolling, looking for new ideas, searching for new goals, wasting time, looking at new projects, giving up on things that were actually working. And that's when I realized that ADHD doesn't crave success, it craves stimulation. So here's what I want you to do. Every single time that you finish something, I just want you to take 60 seconds to just feel it. I know that 60 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but it's longer than you've ever done in your life. So just try that. And you can always extend that time as you go. But just take some time to really acknowledge what you've actually accomplished. Close your eyes, breathe, ask yourself, what did this actually mean to me? Who have I helped? What impact has this made? ADHD brains, they don't store wins automatically. You actually have to anchor them manually. And that's how reward stops feeling empty over time. But even if you do that, it won't last without this next step. You see, fulfillment isn't just what you achieve, it's what it represents. And this is the missing ingredient that turns achievements into identity. Inside the Mind Your ADHD Academy, I coached a doctor, and he was a brilliant guy, extremely respectful. He was highly respected by so many people around the world. He was successful, but inside he still felt empty and miserable. But it wasn't his work. It was his wiring. You see, he had built self-worth around proving people wrong, so success never ever felt like his. So here's what I told him to do. I said, hey, list 5 moments that you are actually proud of, but not for the result. You can't have the result of something to be proud of, but for the values behind it. Courage, kindness, persistency, compassion, maybe even some creativity. We're very creative with ADHD. See, when you do this, you're reminding your brain that success isn't what you do, it's who you are becoming. And that's how fulfillment becomes real. But even that won't stick if you miss this last piece, because real fulfillment doesn't just come from achievements or values, it comes from connection too. Think of Jim Carrey for a second. He's talked about how money and fame didn't fix the loneliness in his life.
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion.
You've probably seen it all over social media when he talks about these things. But the peace came instead when life became about meaning, not proving. And something I want you to start to do is called the connection contrast. I want you to pick one person once a week and connect with no agenda. No work talk, no goals, just simple presence. Even if you don't have many words to say, that's okay. You are teaching your brain that peace can just feel as good as progress. And that's how fulfillment starts. But the issue is that fulfillment will never hold if you can't stay consistent with what gives you purpose. So I want you to go watch this video right here, which talks about how to stay consistent with ADHD even when you don't feel motivated, because that's the secret ingredient that's going to keep you showing up time and time again, so what I've just taught you today can actually stick. And if you watch enough of my videos and maybe you want to learn more about the Mind Your ADHD Academy and maybe what working together could look like, there's a link down below in the description to book a free one-to-one roadmap call with me personally. Just go and click it. Let's have a chat, establish where you are, what's going on, look at your goals. And if you're a good fit for the Mind Your ADHD Academy, we can discuss what working together could look like.